today I'm going to be showing you guys how I use VidIQ to pretty much help me with my SEO in terms of when I drop my video or when I publish my video, however you want to say it, premiere, publish, that my video has the highest ranking as possible when it comes to search on the first day, or whether it be in the matter of the first day or a couple of days. So this video is not fully finished in terms of my editing. I still need to do my title. I still need to, as you can see, my thumbnail's not good. I have not done all those stuff yet because this is a video that is going to be due on a other day. But I'm going to show you guys exactly how I go in and do my SEO tags once I've fully uploaded a video onto YouTube, into my YouTube studio. So the first things first, I'm going to just go over VidIQ in terms of how to use it. Now, if you see on the top, VidIQ is an extension. It's pretty simple. If you search, if you Google, and I'll show you really quickly. If you type in VidIQ, like so, you'll actually click on this and you can click on Get a VidIQ. But I also will have the link down below if you so happen to not get that part. Alright, so let's get into it. So VidIQ, as you can see, I have the IQ. It's an extension. So pretty much if I click on this, it can go to different stuff like my home, my dashboard. It'll go through basically everything that's within my YouTube studio. It'll go through it. So my videos, my uploads, my playlists, my analytics, comments, SEO, tags. So what exactly is SEO? SEO is search engine optimization. For those of you guys who are probably totally new to what is SEO, and pretty much what SEO does, it ranks your videos. And when your videos ranks to the first, second, third, that's really good for you because that means more people are more likely to click on it because they see your video first on the search engine. They're more likely to click on it as opposed to them probably scrolling down to the 10th, unless maybe the thumbnail looks more attractive, depending on. But the people who make it, I feel like, to the first page is your best bet. You're going to click on them first because they have the most views and they're on the highest on the search string, right? So when you do get the VidIQ extension, you're going to have this every time you go into your thing. So I'm actually clicked on my upload. And so you'll have a various number of uploads, of course. But this is specifically, I'm going to show you guys this one. So I'm going to quickly go back really quickly. So this is how my thing looks. So you can see, depending on, of course, if you have a monetized channel. I'm officially monetized, so that's why my monetization is like this. So I'm going to start from here. So once you click on your face, you would click on YouTube Studio. I'm currently in YouTube Studio, so it's not going to look the same. But when you click on your face, you'll see something that says YouTube Studio. Once you upload YouTube Studio, you'll get what I see here. You will click on content, which I'm already on. Once you click on content, you're going to click on whichever video you want to do. So VidIQ works in two different ways. Here you can actually make thumbnail editors as well. I personally don't use VidIQ for that. I use VidIQ solely for SEO tags and searches. So I'm going to click back into details into this video, and I'm going to show you guys how I play around and work it. So there's other stuff I need to write in my description box, but I'm not focusing on that right now. I'm focusing on my SEO search. So first, let me just explain these things on this side. So when you get the VidIQ extension, so you'll see I have two different things here, but I'm going to focus on VidIQ because I have two different CEOs, because VidIQ is the one I've been using a lot. VidIQ has this little chart thing here, right? And then you'll see 0 out of 50 is my VidIQ CEO score. So pretty much VidIQ puts a standard number of 50, and however closer you are to that 50 means you have a good set of SEO search tags, right? So right now I'm at 0 because I have no tags at all. They will also tell you your performance. So that's after a video has uploaded, it'll tell you over your overall performance out of 50. Also, on this side, it has, and then this will just change like how many times a certain tag was in there, how many times a certain keyword was in your description box, triple keywords, meaning you use it multiple times, keywords within your actual title of your video, and the tag volume, right? And then here it says your checklist. So your checklist is just going through what different things you have in your videos, right? So at least one card didn't add that yet, so totally fine because I'm just focusing on SEO. But cards is just the thing that you put. If you ever watch a video where you watch somebody's video and you notice that on the top there will be like a video thing that scrolls across the screen, that's the card. The end screen, closed captions, if you use those, monetization. So until my channel was monetized, that was always not there. But now that I do have a monetized channel, that is checked for right now. If I add this to a playlist, that would also be checked. Once this is made public, that would be also checked. If I shared it on Facebook, if I received a recent comment, all that's checked. Now, I don't really go too much into making sure that everything is checked, but normally I always have a card, an end screen, monetization now, add it to a playlist, make public. Sometimes it may be shared on Facebook and recent comments. So I normally have at least 6 or 7 or of the things on here, or maybe even 8 depending on of the checklist. Now let's get to the thing. Now, VidIQ does have a paid version and a pro version. I personally use the free version because it's not expensive at all. It's not expensive because it's free. I'm not totally sure about the grading thing of the upgrade. What's the difference? But for sure you can look on their website and check. I have the link in my bio so you can check it on there and see how you like it. But I'm telling you right now, if you're a new channel, free is the way to go until you feel like maybe you need a paid version. So let's get into what you really came here to kind of dive into. And in the free version, you have 500 words. So I think the difference with the upgrade, you may be able to add a little bit more keywords. Now, as I said before, just with this free version, I've been able to add so many keywords and have my videos sometimes rank search the first day. And even if it's a couple of days after, but it's been really good with search. But let's get into it. So this video that I'm doing, that I'm going to be uploading, is deep conditioner battle video. So I'm going to think about the really important thing to think about when you're thinking about SEO. You need to think about what actually pertains to your video, but you need to also think about not adding one word sentences. I learned that when you add like one word, like, okay, hair or something like that, yes, it may be okay to use, but it's too broad, it's too general. You have to kind of make it more specific and not only use one word like natural hair or two worded sentences. You kind of have to start thinking of keyword phrases or actual like full on phrases, because it does help with your SEO search. So I start just playing around. You can search for stuff, but I play around. So for me, I know I can do type 4 natural hair because I have type 4 natural hair. So that would be one I would put. And also, what's cool about VidIQ is that they also give you some suggestions and they'll tell you, so this overall percentage. So I could actually add natural hair on here because they tell me my volume is 67.7. I don't know if you guys can see that in the black box, and the competition score. So yeah, the competition score means like how many people, like how big enough is this tag that is there too much competition, meaning is too many people are using it. Now, type 4 natural hair, really big one, so a lot of people may be using it. So you may have to hone in, and that's why you can use the bigger tags. That's not the case. You can use the bigger tags, but you also need to kind of find that balance and a mixture. So the next thing I'm going to try is fine natural hair, because I have fine natural hair, and that's very specific because not everybody has fine natural hair, right? So I'm going to say fine natural hair, wash day. Just trying something different. Now, I'm going to quickly show you guys something. So you see how when I changed it, I don't know if you guys saw, it was 6.3, now it went down to 3.8. That's a bad score. We don't want that. We want our score to at least be 38 or above that, because when it's in that green, dark green number, kind of like this, dark green, then that tells us that we have a good searchable video. That when it uploads, it's most likely to search high on that ranking. When people Google it, whether people Google it or it just pops up in whatever sites it pops up on, they will easily find yours. So this is when I start playing around with hashtags and seeing which one. So I might say, okay, that tag brought my thing too low. I'm going to try just find natural hair. Let's see. See, it brought it up to 9.5. So I just continue to play around with hashtags. So I'm going to go with, so this thing can kind of get a little annoying sometimes, and I'll do this where it's just putting, you see, it's putting random stuff. So normally what I would do is save it and then kind of go back into it, and it should normally not do that. So I'm going to do natural hair battle. And you also want to try to do a hashtag, right, that is related to your title. So my title up here, and sometimes of course I need to play around with my title. So my title up here is deep conditioner battle, which brand will win? Just pretty simple and straightforward. I may or may not change it, so, but I'm gonna put natural hair battle. And now I'm just gonna play around with hashtags. So I'm not gonna go look at the score. I'm just gonna play around with hashtags. Battle of the deep conditioners. Um, and as you can see, they're telling me, they're giving me some suggestions down here of what may be relevant to my video and what I can use. I'm gonna do natural hair wash day because it was a wash day. Let's see, what else can I use? So I would say a smart thing to do that I don't do, I probably should do this, is when you have some of these hashtags that you notice that they work really well, the best thing to do is copy it. So here you can press copy all, and then you could probably, depending on what type of device you have, of course, if you have a MacBook, you can just put it in your notes, because I use notes. Or if you don't have a MacBook, you can put it on whatever notes, because I'm sure, I know, yeah, definitely, like I know my other laptop, my Dell laptop does have notes. So you can use some type of notes program to save it if you don't want to try to remember all the time. That's the best thing to do, in my opinion, is to save, copy the ones that work best. Of course, everybody is going to be different, but because I do a lot of natural hair content, some of them are just always higher ranking, and so that will help me to just continue. And I'm just gonna put the deep conditions that I use because maybe that might help my search go up. I also use this one. So it's just me literally sitting here and just kind of playing around with hashtags to see which one is gonna work the best, which one is just like not working at all. And as you guys can see, I'm putting full on phrases. I'm not putting one word sentences. I mean, one word, not one word sentences, one word, because you want to make sure that whatever you're using is searchable. And because these are all black owned businesses, coincidentally, I'm going to put black owned natural hair products. It's right here. So sometimes you don't have to type the whole thing. Let's see where my score is. So it's still not too good. We're on a yellow and we need to be at the green mark. So I'm going to continue playing around with hashtags. Now, I'm going to go into keyword inspector because I don't know. I'm not having such a great time right now searching stuff. So I'm going to do natural hair on my keyword inspector and see what we got. So right here they tell you which ones are low in terms of competition, which one is medium, meaning it's not too much people, but it has a good rate of people, and then high. So as you guys can see, with the free version, I do not have access to see 321 of these, right? Which is honestly fine for me. Depends on how serious or how deep you want to get into your CEO. But normally with the free one, like I said, I normally just play around with hashtags, or maybe you want to thing and use it, then you could. So right now, this is what's showing up. Natural hair is 68. So I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna try deep conditioner battle, and we're gonna see if it gives me any good ones to use. So right now, there's no competition on this, so it's very low, which is a good thing. Here you could do deep conditioner, curly hair. So you kind of just really have to play around with it. Wash day, type 4 hair. Let's do that. Or type 4 natural hair. So this one is very low. Oh, I forgot about this. Wash day routine. So you can do like natural hair wash day routine. And what's great about this is you can see the related keywords, right? Like here. And then you can actually just click on add. Around. Sometimes this happens where it takes a while. So I kept on playing around with kind of different phrases. So this is a tedious thing. I'm not going to lie. It is tedious because sometimes, especially because I don't have the paid version. If you have the free version, of course, you have to kind of play around. Normally, I'm really good at it in terms of getting the hashtags to work. So I'd say for most times it normally takes me 30 minutes or so because I'm playing around with it. But that's how it is. So as you guys can see, 33.5 is what I have. Now, to be honest with you guys, it just depends on you as a person. But once I hit that green, like if my number is green, I'm pretty much at a okay place. I don't feel like, oh my gosh, okay, I need to be at 40 something. Now, if I can get that number to 40, by all means, I try to get it to 40 something out of 50 because it just means that my CEO can rank even higher. But I've done videos where it's just in the 30 something, but it's in the green, which means it's at a good CEO number that I'm not too worried about it too much. And I think also because maybe this topic may be a little saturated, it's kind of hard to find the perfect hashtags is that it's not used or that is the best if you will. So just to kind of show you guys what I came up with. So these are a lot of hashtags. Sometimes I can get away with just doing 6 or 8 hashtags and they rank to like 40 something. But then sometimes I got to try a little harder. So as you can see, I have a mixture. So I know I said don't try not to do like one worded stuff. So I have like Battle of the Deep Conditioners, which deep conditioner is best. Natural hair wash day, black on natural hair products, high porosity natural hair because my hair is high porosity, natural hair care regimen. Just different phrases that align with what the video is about and also what my hair type is about. Because that way, if people with my type of hair type is searching for a video like that, they'll be able to find my video, and hopefully my video will be helpful. But also people who don't even have my hair type but just want some type of like interesting entertainment, because I find like this video to be entertaining, where people see you to kind of test out multiple products in one setting. Interesting. So that is all I have to say about VidIQ. I do have a link in my description box where you can check it out yourself. You'll see it says VidIQ for CEO. It says something like that in my description box. If you're interested, just click on the link and you can, once you have a YouTube, that's the thing. So once you have a YouTube channel, you can go ahead and do this. Now, if you don't have a YouTube channel, then it's kind of like, I don't want to say it's pointless, but you're not going to be able to use the platform because you have to have a YouTube channel, because that's the only way that it will be linked. How VidIQ works is linked to YouTube channels. So you would have to have a YouTube channel so that they can be able to link it, and from there they can link it to your actual channel and see like what it's about, and you can have access to also have like the VidIQ extension above, where when you go into your videos, you can see all the different stuff. So yeah, that's all I have to say about vidIQ. Hopefully this is kind of helpful for those people who just wants, especially if you're like just starting. I'd say start with the paid. I'm sorry, not the paid. Start with the free version first. It's pretty easy. Some of my videos have done really well, shockingly well, that I got up in search rank. That to this day I'm like, how did I get up there? So just with the free one, it's possible. Like I'd say, I don't know, maybe like as I get bigger in YouTube, then I probably would pay for the paid version. But right now I'm sticking with the free version because I've done pretty well with SEO in terms with the free version. It's just kind of just you have to have it, you taking the time to kind of maneuver and figure out what is the best tag to use, and best searchable one, because again, you don't want to just use broad words, because when you use broad words, it's just a bunch of words. But if you can kind of make it specific to that video or specific in general, then that way it's easier. So like, because also you need to think about with these CEOs, some of these stuff are people also typing these stuff in that search bar. Well, not in the search bar, but if I were to go to YouTube, right, and like anybody who goes onto YouTube, let's say I'm looking for how to make a hat, I'm gonna type how to make a hat. Or if I want to be a little more specific, how to make a satin line cap or satin line hat. Now, when I have these type of words, right, and I'm specific, those are phrases that you should think in your mind too, because you have to kind of think of it on the flip side. When you're not a YouTuber, you're actually going on YouTube just to watch a video and you're finding something. What are some of the phrases people use, or some of the things that people are searching for? And that's what I generally do, and that's generally what helps me into terms of making up my hashtags. But I'm not gonna make this video any longer. Hopefully it was helpful. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, you hit the notification button and subscribe button so that you're notified down below. I will also leave, if I do remember, if I don't remember, like I said, the link for vidIQ is in the description box. You have to scroll to the bottom, but it's at the bottom of the description box. You'll see it. Just pay attention. You'll see it. It says vidIQ. Other than that, if I don't remember, I'll put it also in the comment section so you can easily click it that way as well. And yeah, bye.